Today's show brought to you in part by GoToMeeting. For a free 30-day trial, use code podcast at gotomeeting.com.
We're going to make you a really hip traveler on today's travel app of the day. Hello, everyone. I'm Courtney Wallen, and this is Travel App of the Day. Of course, I'm joined by Andy McCaskey. Are we going to be hip? We're going to be hip today, right?
I guess we are, but the question is, how does one do that?
Well, there's a lot of ways one could be hip, but today in particular, we're going to be talking about the app HipGeo. And this is a really interesting app. Now, Andy, disclaimer, if you've watched some of the previous episodes in the last couple weeks, we've covered a lot of journaling, blogging apps, and there's a lot out there. And there might be one that suits you better than the other. And each of them kind of has a different factor that sets them apart from the others. So I don't think that they all necessarily run together. They have a lot of the same qualities, of course. Mm-hmm. But this is one I wanted to showcase.
But this one was recommended by a Condé Nast traveler. And it was called one of the most promising tech travel most promising travel tech.
It's a tongue twister.
Tongue twister indeed. For 2012. So we needed to look at this carefully.
Exactly. So this is, we definitely wanted to look at this. It is available. It's a free app for your iOS devices. And you can actually, it's not available quite yet for Android, but you can click right there and it takes you to the beta version. So you can test it out, and of course, when you test it, be sure to let them know if there's anything that's a little buggy, because that's how the app will get better.
Sure.
And so check that out, and if you're an Android user. So, Andy, let's get right to it. I've got the app loaded up here, and I've had this app for quite a while, and I actually get little updates from time to time, and a really, really fun app. So you've got the same kind of thing. You've got your interface where you can follow other travelers. You can follow people close to you. It's kind of a social network within itself. And there's always featured trips, which are fun because those are the people that are like, oh, man, who is this and how are they living like that?
Yeah, let's see if we can pull this up here. And so this is this first screen that you're showing just here on the left. These are photographs that have been posted by people you're following. Is that what's going on?
Exactly. So you have the three categories there. You have closest, popular, and featured. And
okay, here's the people who are physically closest to you that you're following.
Some of these that I'm following right now are from Indiana and Illinois and Ohio and so on and so forth. So they're kind of in the region. And then there's the most popular that have been the most viewed there in the middle, and then the featured ones, which have kind of stood out to HipGeo on some level or another. So if you go there, if you scroll over to the right, you'll see your post. So this is much like the other apps. Can take a picture and post it there, and of course you can go to hipgeo.com to sign up for your free account. So this will all go to that, and you can post your picture. You can write as little or a lot as you'd like, and it of course geolocates where you're at and tracks your trip. So all that to be said, Andy, there's a super cool feature. So I'm going to flip over to my computer to show this. This is what I think kind of sets it apart from the rest. So you see a lot of these blogging apps, and it'll show you where each picture was taken, and you can kind of track your trip this way, but they have a trip player. So if you share your trip and you press play, it'll do the pictures and kind of play a little slideshow, and it moves along with you here. So you see the map moving, and then there's where that picture
then there's the picture.
And it's got the time, the date, where it was at. And so you've got all these tabs. Oh, I'm running on reserve battery power apparently too. That's not part of the app. So you've got your trip player there, and then you've got this tab. It's the summary tab. So you've got a description of the trip. You've got the distance, how many cities, how many posts and photos, how many likes, comments, and of course you've got the user up here. You can see how many posts they've had and other people that they're following. And then you go to the photos. So if you just want to look at the photo part of it, of course that pulls those right up. And the posts. So then you can go into the detail, and you can share these, you can favorite them, and just a lot of really fun stuff going on. So what I really like about all of these journaling and blogging apps, it's kind of like a Tumblr or another kind of blogging where you can just start following the favorites. You know, you can kind of search through different categories or different countries of people and trips that have happened.
In fact, that's what the reviewer said at this blog called Vagabonds.
Yep,
Mike Richards says it is a kind of like Twitter plus Instagram plus Tumblr all wrapped up into one. And I can see why you're so excited about this app.
It's very cool. I mean, they're all really neat. There's not one that I would say I would like better than the other because they just all have these different qualities that make them stand out. So check it out. It's HipGeo, and it'll make you a super hip traveler. And you know what? The one thing I really appreciate is we talk a lot about some of our RV bloggers and our travel bloggers that we communicate with. And you talk to Captain Clark, for example, one of our shows here. They're active travel bloggers, and if you ask them if travel blogging was easy, the answer would probably be no. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, and I think people kind of take it lightly. And it's a little bit overwhelming when you think, I want to track my trip, I want to document everything, and I want to share it. And these apps make it really, really simple. And with HipGeo, you can actually show a video. He's downloading it, of course.
Exactly. Right? It's downloading here as we
We've got
as
a
we
winner.
speak.
Yes. So check it out, and you can download it right now. Maybe you already have during this episode. And I would actually really love your feedback. If you hashtag TAPP, T-A-P-P, for travel app, on Twitter, you can follow the conversation on this show. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter or on Google+. And I would love to hear your feedback on HipGeo if you're a HipGeo user or if you recently started using it. And you know what? You can use it on small trips. You don't have to be traveling across the world or doing a long cross-country road trip. I think that's something to remember. If I'm going to Chicago for the weekend, that's a really interesting trip, and people maybe want to see it.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So maybe your next trip to Indy or to Virginia or something like that, you're going to HipGeo it.
And have a chance to see
playing
all up and down US 31.
Yes, US 31. If you're from the Midwest, you'll know what we're talking about. So check it out. Again, HipGeo, lots of cool stuff going on. And that's why we picked it for today's travel app of the day. I'm trying to think if I missed any features. Let me just go back to my notes, because sometimes I have a tendency to do this, and I go, oh, Andy.
There's an Android beta.
Yes, I did say that at the
associated
beginning.
with
Yep.
that. Yep.
It's not going back. My reserve batteries probably like don't push me any further. I just need to be going back to the photos. Anyways, this will all be in the show notes, and we've got lots of details as well, and you can go straight and download it from those notes. So, of course, no show would be complete without our 30 seconds of shameless plugging. Be sure to check out Travel App of the Day and all our other great shows here at RVNN on our Boxee channel. You can find us in the App Store. You can subscribe to the RVNN Daily. It comes out every single Friday. We've got great social media contributors, and today happens to be Friday, so check it out. You can circle us on Google+, follow us on Pinterest, and you'll want to really open your ears to this. Get on our social media sites. Monday, we've got a big announcement involving Pinterest. Pinterest.com/RVNN. Start following us or create a board if you don't have one, because lots of fun stuff. And we might be, I don't know, I'll just stop there. Just tune in Monday.
Yeah. Watch your Twitter feed on Monday.
Yes, watch your Twitter feed, or you can give us a thumbs up on Facebook and watch us there. Twitter, like we said, and hashtag TAP for the conversation. Last but not least, we're on the Roku in the travel section. Be sure to subscribe, tell a friend, and give us a rating. Man, we've got, this is the last show of the day, the last show of the week.
You ready for the weekend?
I think so.
I think so
I
as well.
thought it was Thursday on Wednesday, which is never a good thing.
Never a good thing.
Never a good thing, no.
No.
So.
Hey, listen, thanks for joining us here at RVNN on Travel App of the Day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
Hey, Gabe, want to go for a walk? Gabe? Gabe? Gabe?
Hey, buddy, you lost? Hold on.
If your pet is the adventuresome type,
be sure he's connected to PetHub. A quick scan using any smartphone shares your pet's vital information so that even his wildest escapades have a happy ending. PetHub, reuniting pets with their families.
Come on, Gabe, let's go home.